My Day in York.
There she is. She's made it. That one's going back. It's going to pick it up from Pickering, this one. And yeah.
So that's the Moors Explorer. Yeah. Oh, you've got another one coming this way, George. Right, here it comes. Which one's this? Just that green thing that you said about?
Green king.
Oh, yeah.
Green king. The Elizabethan.
Oh, he broke it.
cry. No. Sir Nigel Gresley is now passing Gromont. There is Gromont. And here is Sir Nigel Gresley, the one and only A4. A beautiful train. Here she comes. I've been dying for this to cross. Here she is, Sir Nigel Gresley. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's coming this side.
It's coming this side.
Ready? You watching? There's someone's got a tripod down there. Oh, I was like, no, it's coming on this side. I'm gonna cry.
No, that's it.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
This is a moment I'll never forget.
Sit down and try to support.
Do you want red or blue? My first time seeing her, and also probably my last. But here she goes. Actually, the same station, Romont. Today is October 2022. She'll give us one last hoot goodbye in a minute. Getting his whistle ready. And the platform is short. And here he goes. Last hoot for his whistle. We all respect all of our trains. We all respect St Ivan's Everly. Man that made this gorgeous. The Flying Scotsman, the Mallard and more.
Right good stuff.
Live and breathe it.
Yeah.
Moving on to the museum now.
We're going to check if these are sprung buckles. Seems to be not sprung. Let's come over. Open, shut, valve, whatever that is. Here we are by the magical pistons. The nameplate, as you can see up there. 3rd of July 1938. 126 miles per hour. We just did the now come over here. Shows when it was built, where it was made, and what railway it runs for. So London North Eastern Railway was built Doncaster Works in 1938. Now I have LNER, London North Eastern Railway. So we're going to go around and I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, it's all stripped down so you can see.
Goodbye Museum, Hello York City.
It's just that the red line's not the back line's not
Very close to the circuit. I don't want you too close.
Oh,
When
it's
it
down
starts
there.
going now. There's a buggy in front of you.
I know what to do.
My boat trip.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
doing it. I'm doing it now.
Videoing.
I've never even had a gift.
Yeah, you know when you like. One condition now, you let me take pictures.
The Whitby Abbey Part 1.
So these are bits from the Abbey
Yeah,
itself.
these are bits that have been. Ow! Stand back, George. Oh, you.
That's like a griffin.
The train passes through the park.
Can you? Here comes a train on the Yorkshire Moors Railway. North Yorkshire Moors Railway. And I am by the Larpool Viaduct right now. And it is this way. Here it is, you can hear it now. She'll be travelling along this track. I know this video is quite long. But I know it might be about an hour or so or something. Because I'm putting all my videos together. Oh no, this couple is right by the railway. I'll be back when the train does come. I can hear it getting very close now. The whistle is extremely loud. My parents are just by the Larpool Viaduct, waiting for it. So, yeah. Here it comes. Don't know where it's coming from. Down here. Oh, it's stopped. It does stop a lot. Here she comes.
Ideas were placed in his mind at a very early age. For Bram Stoker, Abraham Stoker was born in Ireland, in a village cllled Clontarf, which is close to Dublin.
Whitby Abbey Part to Dracula.
The effect of the potato blight, and he is still a child. Now, miraculously, and for him, good news, he recovers the use of his legs, and he becomes something of an athlete. He starts to take part in contests of walking, perambulating. And as he grows older, he goes to university, he acquires a love of the theatre, starts to go to theatrical performances and writing reviews. He joins the civil service when he has graduated, and then he becomes the business manager of the most famous actor in the land, Sir Henry Irving. Now, it is said that Sir Henry Irving came out to Dublin and performed in his play, performed one of the characters for which he was famous in the play by William Shakespeare, Macbeth. Of course, Sir Henry played the leading role, in which he was said to be magnificent. The style of the theatre of those days is difficult to describe to you who are used to hearing things through electronic means or electronic lights, but back in the day when Sir Henry Irving performed, the stage would be lit by candles or gas, and you would have to use your lungs to project your voice, and yet the effect was mesmerizing. So Bram Stoker became his business manager, moved to London with his wife, and then he embarked upon years and years of service for Sir Henry, organising everything of his life, until in 1890 he came here to Whitby for a holiday. He stayed in Royal Crescent, on the other cliff on the other side, at number 6 in the guest house of Mrs. Vasey. He walks up the 199 steps, comes here to Whitby Abbey, and he speaks with the fisher folk of Whitby to learn from them of their accent and also their folklore. And they tell him many stories. First of all, they tell him that strange things have been happening at sea. Just recently, a fishing boat has gone out to sea, and a ship has passed by. This ship appears to be a derelict. There are no crew, there's nobody to be seen, and the ship collide with the fishing boat, smash it, the sailors into the sea, and 2 of the fishermen drown. And yet the ship goes on, they hear nothing, they do not hear the screams for help. The ship simply ploughs on in the night. And that idea of the derelict ship stays with Bram Stoker. They tell him that in these sad situations, when fishermen have died, if their bodies are brought ashore, then all the fishing boats of Whitby assemble on the River Esk. They are decorated, a flotilla of ships, take down the coffins until they reach the bridge, where the coffin is then taken and brought up the 199 steps to be placed into the churchyard of St. Mary's. That is a long way to carry a coffin. Now, my friends, if you came up the 199 steps this evening, you might have noticed about halfway up, very conveniently, there is a bench. A long, comfortable wooden bench where you might sit and take your ease, catch once again your breath before embarking upon your journey once again. And you might think to yourself, the people of Whitby are most kind and civic-minded for that they have this bench provided for strangers, for visitors to this place to settle. But when you go back down, look at that bench and look at it well, you will see that it is the length of a coffin. And that is because the bench is designed so that if you are carrying a coffin up from Whitby to the churchyard, and you must go 199 steps, then about halfway there is a place for you to rest the coffin down before you may pick it up and take it once again on its way. Now, for the fishermen that Bram Stoker heard this story of, the others said that they were lucky. Their bodies were recovered and they were placed in the churchyard in known graves. But they explained to Bram Stoker that many of the tombstones in the churchyard of St. Mary's are only there as markers. There is no body underneath, for they are marking and a memorial to the men who are lost at sea, whose bodies have...
No, you've got to stay there now.
Look at the back end of the animal.
You good?
Jamie went, go home. Let's tell you what Marlene in case you missed it.
Big deal. What are you looking for?
You're here.
Who's here?
I thought so. I thought I could hear you. Eating with that fiend!
Dear husband, you must be brave. You endured a terrible ordeal, but you could not have guessed in advance. Dr. Polidori's story was fiction. That he hit upon the idea of an immortal creature that survives by drinking blood is pure chance. You must endeavour to forget the past, or you will be trapped by it. Dracula is gone. We saw him turn to dust.
I know, dear wife, but there is something in my blood that tells me we are not safe. I cannot put it into words, but there is some horror still out there. And it is close.
Jonathan, you are upsetting our friends. Come. There is nothing to fear. I will take you home. Come, Jonathan. Come. Good friends, there is nothing further to see here. I suggest you make your way on the path, along the pond, by the wall, and towards the abbey. Good night.
We sought the evidence of our eyes to explain what we saw. Strange creatures at sea could become monsters, mermaids, giant creatures that could drag a ship to a watery grave. On land, when we heard tales that defied belief, we made them into legends of gods, mythologies that predated religion. We retained some memory of these strange things as superstition, but as time passed, these legends and superstitions were lost to
They were
us.
brave men. They knew the risks that mariners run, the perils of the deep ocean. They travelled from east to west, their ship, the Demeter, taking whatever cargo it was bid, until that fateful day, when their cargo were boxes of soil collected from Port Varna. That grave and terrible day. And they wrote to me to ask if I would perhaps meet them here at Whitby as they were passing through. So I arrived, excitedly waiting to see my brothers. I was told when I got here that the Demeter had just been spotted on the horizon. And that was when the storm broke.
I was in Sweden awaiting news of my husband, who was first mate on the Demeter. It was not until I received a letter containing some clippings from the Whitby Gazette that I heard the dreadful news.
The storm came from nowhere. It was the most violent that anyone could. Danger has not passed. It is here. You must tread safely and carefully. We have sworn to destroy it. But for now, friends, gather your loved ones around you. Keep in the light. Head towards that strip of light there, the house. Head towards that house on the wall. But keep together. Look after your own safety.
Oh, sorry.
I was at first interested and somewhat amused, for it is wonderful how small a matter will interest and amuse a man when he is a prisoner. But my very feelings changed to repulsion and terror when I saw the whole man slowly emerge from the window and begin to crawl down the castle wall over that dreadful abyss, face down, with his cloak spreading out around him like great wings. At first I could not believe my eyes. I thought it was some trick of the moonlight, some weird effect.
Is there a romance? Stir our sense of adventure, or appeal to our better instincts. We all love a good tale. We like a moral, don't we? The good end happily, and the bad end unhappily. That is fiction. Oscar Wilde, I believe, an old acquaintance of Mr. Abraham Stoker, published author. Books have been good friends to me, and have given me many hours of pleasure. We look to stories to tell us of worlds we do not know or understand, to take us on flights of fancy and to show us new possibilities. They say that the truth is stranger than fiction. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? A hunter? A predator? Or are you disappointed at what you have become? Do you seek comfort in your own darkness? Do you retreat into a place in your mind where you are invincible, immortal, the ruler of all you survey with special powers to keep others under your dominion.
To entice him. He is a creature of instinct. He believes himself all-powerful. He will come.
And then we can destroy him once and for all.
It will not be easy. I saw him dead once before, and yet somehow he has come back. We must have missed something.
Oh, my poor Mina, you must be brave. This is our best, our only chance to destroy him. Look, we have all these people. They will play their part, and I have my silver bullets.
We will wait in the shadows. Do not be afraid.
We'll triumph over evil, and we will have the victory. Come, my friends.
Oh no, Daddy, I'm falling again.
Come and join me. There is a ceremony, a ritual, if you will, for the summoning of the vampire. I have instructed my friends, the vampire hunters, in this ritual, and they have proved to be most apt students. So now, my friends, you will bear witness to something that has not been seen in this land for these many hundreds of years. The ritual for the summoning of the vampire.
What a performance! A little melodramatic for my taste. Here I am. I stand before you, dragged out of the darkness. So what would you do with me now? Is it to be a stake in the sword, my head struck off and my body consumed by fire? My name, Dracula, is a byword for all that is evil in this world. The vampire is like a plague. It must be wiped out with science and technology. It has no place in the modern world. And yet, how many of you do not secretly crave my powers? Even now, in your hearts, when I am completely at your mercy, you are thinking, can he be barred? The chances you are standing next to a vampire is, I would say, very likely. As for you summoning me, I hate to disappoint you, my friends, but it is I who has summoned you. These hunters are not as they appear. They belong to me. Once I had picked off one of their number, it did not take long until they were all my slaves. They have helped me gather you together and move you from place to place, at each point giving you the idea that somehow I was the one being hunted. You followed them blindly, believing you were going to witness my final destruction. Curiosity got the better of you. You started to show your true colors, your own twisted bloodlust. Just like a vampire, you stalked your quarry, led by these hunters you trusted, were set on revenge against me. Here she is. Beautiful, is she not? They will all be forever young, forever in my service. And now, my friends, I must take my leave of you. I have so much to do. I'm sure my people here will enjoy your company. They will find you most refreshing. And who knows, one night, a night much like this, you will think of me as you awake from a troubled sleep. And I will be there.